Good morning, go-getters. This is Cami Heiza coming live to you with Smart Social Secrets tips from the home office. Boy, I'm terrible at this. Yes, video. Anyway, awesome. Hey guys, good morning. I'm so glad that you're here and joining me. I see you coming in. I see the eyeballs. Make sure you say something in the comments. Let me know you're here so that I know you're here. Today, we're going to be talking about pivoting your business and how important it is right now. And I have a couple of secrets that I want to share with you. I actually have been working on launching an online course. I think maybe some of you might have seen that. Let me know in the comments. But we've been launching the online course, and I've been talking to a lot of business owners throughout this launch about these different mindset shifts that we have to have in order to reach people during this time in a way that makes sense. And so I just wanted to share some of those with you today. So if you're out there and you're listening, do you want me to share them with you? Let me know. I will share them with you here in a minute. But here's the thing. I just wanted to say that right now is a really interesting time because we've been all kind of in our houses for a month. Kind of in America anyway, we have been in most places. And we're starting to there's days that you can get overwhelmed by that. There's days you can think, well, I'm not sure how this is all going to turn out. And then there's other days that you can be really optimistic. I know I've been that way. There's some days I've been like, wow, this is just going to last forever. And then there's other days I think, wow, this is a good time for us to retrench and rethink. So I think mindset is really important right now in what we do. And it sounds very woo-woo. So that's not really what I want to get to. I want to actually share my screen here with you and kind of talk to you exactly what I want to get to across on this one thing. And this is just for the next couple of minutes. I'm going to talk for about 15 minutes, answer questions. Hopefully one of you will chime in and tell me you're there. So that's awesome if you are. So I also am looking over here at LinkedIn because in my tool, I can look at LinkedIn over here. And I can see the rest of you on your comments over here. So the one thing I want to get across during this time together is that using social media to listen to your customer and meet their needs with products and services created just for them, that will inspire trust and cause them to invest in your business. In other words, we spend a lot of time trying to figure out what we're going to say and how we're going to deliver our messages. And we spend a lot less time listening to the customer. And I think it's just this mindset block, if you will, of where we don't really want to get on the phone necessarily and talk to someone. Social media doesn't really happen online as much as it happens offline. So I'm going to share these 3 secrets with you. Let's start with them. So the first one is you're probably busy selling what you have. You're very busy with that, selling what you have right now. And some people even more so because we're trying to make our businesses come back to life, and we're worried about the future, and we're not sure that we're going to be able to be relevant anymore in the current climate, and we don't know when the climate's going to change or end, and we hear everything from 3 months to 18 months to 2 years, and we're not sure what that all looks like. So I think it makes sense that right now we're going to be very inwardly focused on how to save our companies or how to be relevant, even if our company is doing well, how to be relevant to people that are out there. And I think we're too busy with that sometimes to really stop and hear what our customer needs. So the only way we're going to be successful is to sell what our customer needs right now and to really understand that intimately. And by the way, all the research in the world is not going to get you there. The only way you're going to get there is to talk to people one-to-one or in groups, but you're going to have to start talking to people. And one of the things that I think people don't like to hear is this idea that you have to jump on and really do one-to-one communication because it's social media, right? You're supposed to use it as an amplification platform, and it's supposed to help with broadening your reach and all of those things. Well, that's all true, but all of the magic happens into the one-to-one conversations. And that in turn opens up a lot of things, including the algorithms of most social media platforms. So if people are actually having a conversation with you, say in a messenger or in a DM on Twitter or in a private message on LinkedIn, then the algorithm actually knows that you guys like each other and know each other, and it probably will show you more of that person's content. I'm not promising you that. I don't know the back workings of the algorithms. I don't make them up. But what I have witnessed is that's what happens for me. And that's what happens for my clients when we do that. That when we take the time to actually connect with people one to one, either through the back end, which is a messenger kind of thing, or even through the front side, leaving comments on their content, sharing their content, adding value, I think that makes it there it is. Yep. Sorry, Jennifer. You will have to talk to people. Hey, you talk to me all the time. By the way, Jennifer is an amazing crack editor. She's here. She just commented on Facebook. So those that are on not on Facebook don't see that. But if you're on Facebook, she's an amazing editor. She's edited several of my friends' books. And she definitely pointed out to me the other day that my slides that I made in the middle of the night, that I had an error on them. So thank you, Jennifer. And yes, she reached out to me behind the scenes, but that's the thing. She's also a friend. So, but that's the thing. You're going to make these relationships over a long period of time with people, and you're going to have to like nurture that. And in your business, I know it's harder because you have like a page and you're thinking, I'm not an individual, I'm a page, or I'm, interacting as a business, and we have certain things that we have to do. Well, we help run a very large hospital system social media. And believe me, we have a lot of rules around what we can and cannot say. But the more that we connect with people on a one-to-one basis, the more impressed they are with that. Most people have a pretty low bar. You can tell me, do you guys have a really high bar? Like, do you expect a brand to actually respond to you every time that you tweet or every time that you put something on the Facebook? Do you? I mean, just be honest with me. Do you expect that? And if you do, does it happen very often? Let me know. Because I'll tell you what, if you're a brand that's willing to do that, you are going to make a huge impression. I've seen people that are absolutely over the moon. A really good example of that was Taylor Swift. This is a really cool thing that she did. She was just sitting at home like the rest of us, and she was going through I think it was her Instagram feed. My son told me about this, and maybe it was Twitter, I don't know, but she was looking through her feed, and just at the people who follow her, she was just looking at what they were posting. Cause you can go and look through, and she was just going down through her fans and seeing who follows her. And she found a couple of people that were having trouble. One young lady who had been laid off of a restaurant job, and she's going to have to leave New York. And she was talking about having to go back home. And so Taylor Swift just reached out to her and gave her, I think it was $2,000, just sent it to her. What kind of an impact do you think that has on her and the people around her that heard about it? And she did it with more than just one fan, but this was one that my son told me about that he saw happen in real time. What kind of word of mouth do you get from that? I mean, just the word of mouth I'm giving to you now, that you say, wow, that's a good, cool person, a person that would do something like that. And it was not a contest or look at me or try to get attention. It was just pure, hi Gika. It was pure just helping people out, right? So there you go. So that's secret number one. Let's see. Is anybody over here on LinkedIn yet? Make sure you say hi if you are, because I want to respond to you if you are. Awesome. So the second secret, and this was also part of the masterclass we did last week. By the way, we're going to actually do this masterclass again. It's these 3 secrets. Plus, I go into some more detail about examples that I'm not using right here, about businesses that have used these 3 examples through different things. So if you have not been to the masterclass, and I think everybody that's on the call now has been, that I see that's commented so far. But if you've not been to the masterclass yet, I'm going to do it one more time this Thursday. So we'll be talking more deeply about each of these topics then. So if you want to hear more about this pivot thing and how it applies to your actual business, this is the link for that. Here is the masterclass. I'm going to give it to you guys now. And if you have been to the masterclass and you think it was really worthwhile, I would love it. I would love if you would share it with some people. Anyway, so secret number 2 is that we often talk too much about ourselves and not our customers. Yeah. So I'm guilty. I'll be honest. Sometimes I'm guilty about this. So, are you guilty of this sometimes too? I think it is. I mean, we know that we need to do something. So I'm going through a launch of a course right now, as I said. So it's easy for me to go out and just talk about what I'm doing, and all these ads are going out, and it's like you're just out there telling people stuff. and you're not sure if it's hitting or not hitting or where it's going. So it's really, really tempting just to think about like how many things can you like get out there, what's your message going to be? How can we craft our message? What is it about? What are we trying to do? How are we trying to like, make things happen? This is a little bit deeper from even this last secret, which is the idea that we just get on social media and it's hard to like really, really talk to the customer. And part of the way that you get to that point is you really understand what the pain points are that are moving them at that time. So what problems do they have and how can you solve them? I mean, it really just boils down to that. I don't fool myself. People don't listen to me because it's, oh, Cammie's so great or whatever. No, people listen to me only insofar as I'm able to solve a problem that they have. Period. I mean, I'm nothing special, really. I'm not, and neither are you. I mean, I'm going to say you're a special person. All people are special and important, but we're not special necessarily. We just have certain skills and understandings, and we can solve a problem for people that is nagging at them. Geeka, who's on here, she can solve a problem for you. She can help you, like reduce your pain through her practice, where she helps you reduce your pain in your body. Jennifer can help you because she is a crack editor and she will make sure that you look good to the front facing public. So that's what I'm trying to say, is that you are a person that that's there. So, and Jennifer says, I'm seeing the ads. So however I fit in your targeting, I'm seeing them. Yeah. So you're probably, the ones of you who are seeing them the most are probably because you visited one of my pages or on one of my email lists. That's why you're seeing them, because you're already in my sphere. So yeah, you're seeing my ads. And I mean, that's definitely why. But the thing is those ads aren't going to work unless they actually solve a problem for you. And so if they're not solving a problem for you, then you're not the right fit for a specific program. Does that make sense? So I'm just trying to say that the messages that you put out, the things that you say, need to really be about the people that you're saying them to, rather than about yourself per se. You may tell a story that comes from something in your past, but that story has to be relatable to something that's going on for your customer, if that makes any sense. Hopefully you're kind of catching that. But the idea is that, yeah, it can be about you or whatever, but it has to be something that they say, oh, okay. And it also has to inspire confidence in people that you can help solve their problem. Does that make sense? Great. Awesome. So that's how that goes. So that's the secret number 2. We talk too much about ourselves and not our customers. We need to be the guide for our customers, not the hero of the story. We need to be Yoda. We need to be helping Luke Skywalker, is our customers, to get the force. We need to help them get to the place where they can solve the problem that they're trying to solve. And we have to give them the easiest way to get from point A to point B. And what is that? What is that easiest way? And you have to convince people that you have that. And the only way to convince them is honestly to listen to them first. Often I use the language that my customers use back directly to them. And that connects with people. Language is important. You know that, Jennifer. Language is really important. Secret number 3, survival mode creates more scarcity. This one is really, really, really important. I talk about creating a no-brainer offer. Actually, we're going through this right now in my quick start week with my students for Smart Social Secrets. We started yesterday, and part of that is just really understanding that you need to bring something to the party. So I have this nice little terrible, thing. I wish I could get actually pictures of real people right now, but I can't even talk to real people. So I have this woman holding a bunch of gifts. But the idea is that you are going to add a lot of value right now to your customers. You've got to think about things that are going to add value and then add another thing. There's a really great word. It's called lagniappe. It's from the French, and it means a little something extra. And I learned it when I was in New Orleans years ago. I lived there when I was in high school. And this idea of lagniappe is really, really important in New Orleans. And that is this idea that you give a little bit extra. So, you go and you do the job, but you then add the mint on the pillow in the hotel, or the extra, like I trimmed your bushes after I mowed your lawn, or that just little tiny bit extra that you can give to your customers. That's really, really important right now because, people are in need of that feeling of value. They always are. right now it's more important, but it's really important all the time. And if you think in terms of scarcity, like I don't have and I don't have enough, and I'm not sure if I'm going to make it, so I need to make sure that I make my money. There was I used to work for a trade association years ago, and there was a member who every time they showed up at a trade association meeting, they would tell us how important it was that every day they needed to make a certain amount of money back for their investment of attending that event. Or they would call up occasionally and talk about how they were dues paying members and they needed X, Y, Z. That's a scarcity mindset. And that's really, really not going to serve you anytime. But right now, especially, it's definitely not going to serve you because it's easy to have that mindset right now. And if you fall into that mindset, you're never going to get out of that hole. You're going to actually trap yourself in the hole with a scarcity mindset that you have around that. So thinking you don't have enough, even if you don't have enough, because I know some of you don't, but thinking I don't have enough, I've been laid off, it's not going to work out. You've got to work however you can do it to keep your mindset positive right now so that you can come up with the creative solutions to get yourself out of that hole. So, I mean, there's other things that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to pivot and move to other things. And the only way to do that is to keep your creative mindset fresh. And that's really what I would like to have for everyone that's on, right, listening right now, either in replay or live, is I really want you guys to have this mindset that makes you creative and able to like move beyond this. So there's money to be had out there. There's work to be had, but we just have to find the right need and meet it. And we'll get the economy moving again that way too, by the way. If we can all have things and we're buying from each other and we're, creating a marketplace and e-commerce, that's going to be really, really important in this next, few months. So there you are. So here we go. That's a great word. Oh, good. You put the lagniappe. Thank you, Jennifer. See, Jennifer's doing the lagniappe. She's putting the definition for lagniappe right in the comments. Thanks, Jen. You're a good friend. Anyway, so create a no-brainer offer. Give as much as you can. Give until it hurts. Try to help people out. You don't have to do it for free. I mean, a lot of people are, and that's awesome. But understanding that you do need to eat, that's fine. I think people do. But make sure that whatever you're giving them makes sense to the problem they're trying to solve, so you can help them also and raise them up. For example, again, I'm going to talk about the course because I'm kind of right in the middle of it, but my entire focus for the next month is to make sure that the people in my course get wins, that they are absolutely 100%. I'm committed to that. And so that's what I'm working on for the next month and a half. That is my focus. And I will do whatever it takes. I mean, my team and I are absolutely committed to it. All of us. We've talked about it on the back end, and we see this as our calling for the next month and a half. Yes, we got paid for it. But the bottom line is that the reason we're going to make it worth the while of the money. Does that make sense? So if you have people that understand that that's your heart and that's what you're trying to do, they are going to be okay with paying you some money to do something for what is important. So I do want to make sure that you don't think that either, that you can't do anything except for free right now. Just putting that out there. All right. So which secret resonated the most for you today? 1, sell what your customer needs right now. 2, be the guide and inspire confidence, or create a no-brainer offer. Which one did you like the most? I'd love to know. There's a couple of you there, so I'd like to hear it. What you had. Let me see. I'm giving it there. So yeah, for me, it's really about that being a guide. I guess right now is that idea that the story is about the people that I serve. I maybe think the one that's really resonating for me right now. Yeah, Geeka. Create the no-brainer offer. I think that's a really good one too. I guess maybe for me too is really important right now because I already created the no-brainer offer. So I feel like my next step, task number 1, create a no-brainer offer. 2, be the guide and inspire confidence in the people that took that leap with me. I think it's really important for me right now. Yeah. Yeah, it is a good Louisiana tradition. And I lived in Slidell, Louisiana in my sophomore year of high school. It was a real big shocker for me to go from Denver, Colorado to Slidell, Louisiana. Believe me, I learned a lot culturally about life and everything, just getting a different perspective. So, oh, thank you, Gika. It is, and it's still open, by the way. If you guys want to join us, you can. I'm terrible at selling here, obviously, because I didn't even say that. But it's still open until Friday. So I would love for any of you that are interested to jump in with us. You can go to smartsocialsecrets.com. You can also go and get into that. Free masterclass on Friday, or Thursday. Yeah, Friday. No, Thursday. Sorry. Free masterclass on Thursday. Also at 10 o'clock or I think it's 11. Yeah. 11 o'clock, because we're doing 10 o'clock for the class. But jump in, because honestly, we're doing a really fun quick start week this week. So if you jump in today or tomorrow, you can get in on that quick start week. All the posts will still be there, so you can always go through it on your own. But right now we're having fun in the group, aren't we, Gika? Anyway, all right. Well, that's it, guys. I did not want to stand here for too long. I just wanted to come in and say, hey, my Tuesday, Thursday, and we are going to be back on Thursday morning for just a very short time to talk about some more things. Also, I've been thinking about downloading these and turning them into a podcast. So tell me if you would listen to a podcast like this, because I think it would be fun to have these as podcast. So I'm going to probably start downloading these, because I just found out that I use StreamYard. My tool is called StreamYard. Actually, I'm going to close this window. My tool is called StreamYard. And what I just found out yesterday is that I can download this video on the back end of StreamYard as audio. It's very cool. I can download the videos too directly from StreamYard, but I can also download them just as audio. So I could just take them, put them up in Anchor, and have a podcast list. I think we'll call it the Smart Social Secrets podcast. What do you guys think? Yeah, cool. Gika says, yes, I think you mean that. Awesome. So I think we'll do that. I'm really excited that you guys showed up this morning. Thank you. I'll see you, Geek, in about an hour or half an hour. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.